every car has its story. And to me, that's part of it. But getting in on a Saturday morning, it's tough to top for me.
Hey guys, welcome to Talk and Drive. We are here in Miami, and I'm here with my friend Anthony. Anthony, introduce yourself to Talk and Drive. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Mason. Happy to be here. Been a lifelong resident, pretty much, of Miami. We're right by Miami Airport, and this is where we keep the cars.
Awesome, yeah. So what would you say, somebody who is visiting Miami the first time, like, what is this place? What is Miami?
I think Miami is a cultural hotbed. That's really how I describe it, because you have so many influences. Originally, I'm Cuban. I mean, the Cuban community that came in the 50s, and that's, kind of, I guess, what injected, I guess, different culture into South Florida, let's say in the late 50s. But to what it is today, you have so many people from South America, Central America. You're getting a lot of people coming down from the Northeast and the Midwest and setting up shop here. And it's a beautiful city. It is the gateway to South America, I would say. And you have incredible weather. It's a world-class city, incredible dining. And culturally speaking, when you're talking about car culture, I think that over the past 5 to 10 years, it's been like night and day. When I was a kid in South Florida and Miami, we would look forward to the auto show, the Miami International Auto Show. That was a big deal for me. And nowadays, if you think about it, from the start of January to March, you've got Cars and Coffee, you've had Moda Miami, you've had Cavallino, you have all kinds of different events.
Curated events, like events, Each one is like an event. Even Supercar Saturday is an event.
An event, and well organized.
Yes.
I mean, you pull in and it's like Ferraris here, Italian cars there. I'm like, oh, this is like, it's better than going to a store, I mean, everything is like where it needs to be.
I mean, yesterday I was at Supercar Saturday, actually, and they unveiled this new car called the Owl. It was a Japanese car. It came in on a Japanese, I just forgot to tell you about that, Japanese pallet.
Really?
Like it came literally like out of the crate, and they like kind of they're ripping off the shipping stuff, literally showing it for the first time in public ever. Oh, wow. That was insane yesterday.
I saw it on Instagram, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, I know. It was like, what is this thing? And like, it's an electric car. They say it goes 0-60. I don't believe it, but they said 1.6 seconds, 0-60. My goodness. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, what do you do with that? Yeah.
But yeah, the guy, what's his name? Supercar Rooms, the guy with the hair?
Yeah.
And he was the one like talking about it to people.
Okay.
He's a nice guy. I've talked to him once or twice. I don't know if you met him.
I've never met him. I think I've seen him now that you mentioned the hair.
Yeah.
My daughter has similar hair, so I can relate to it.
He has the crazy hair.
Yeah.
That was cool yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, there's always something at these events.
Yeah.
Like around here, it's like always something just out of the world just gonna happen at these events. Just at least one thing I notice, like every time.
And it keeps evolving, if you've noticed.
It does, yeah.
It keeps evolving, and then different segments of the market, like you'll start to see, hey, a Cars and Coffee for classic Japanese cars. There's an event for, old Ducatis. I mean, there are different things that kind of spring up, whether it's a meet or something more formal. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm married with 3 kids, but if I had more free time, I'd probably be out there a lot more. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I think it's only the beginning. I think it's going to get better, and I can't imagine what it's going to be like a decade from now.
Awesome. Yeah. So what describe to me what kind of cars we have in here right now around us? We have a lot of cars. I'm looking,
Yeah. Right now we have around us kind of an eclectic batch here. I love old Corvettes. We have 72 and a 66 Corvette, both big block cars, and a little bit of Italy. We have a Ferrari behind you up top, and 3 Lamborghinis.
Yeah, wow, the Murcielago, 2 Diablos. Wow, that is, those are some of my favorite Lamborghinis.
Big V12s.
Especially that Mercy. Ooh, those are really talked about these days, people are really talking about those.
With a manual transmission.
Yeah, oh yeah. So what would be your favorite one in here right now?
I think my favorite, I was in high school in the 90s, and the Diablo was the poster car for me. At least one of the poster cars. We had a lot of posters, all right? But as I got older and they came out with the Mercy, and I was able to experience a Mercy, that's pretty tough to beat for me.
Wow.
For my personal taste and what I enjoy doing as an enthusiast, I think it's pretty hard to beat a big manual 12-cylinder with a baritone from Sant'Agata, to me is it for me. Yes. So I would say the Murci.
Yeah, I was looking at the car earlier. It's one of the most beautiful, I think one of the most beautiful spec Murcis I've seen. Has what's the name of the color? And it's like a bluish. What's the name of that?
Azzurro Aquario.
Oh, Azzurro Aquario. So that is, yeah, and the stitching is the same color too, right?
Correct. The stitching is, and it's to my understanding, it's a very rare color for the period. For that year, I think is a very rare color.
Yeah, it's a very interesting car. You know, I don't think I've seen. I mean, on top of it, a manual Murci with this color is just what, you know. I don't think I've seen this color on a Murci period actually. It's really cool.
I haven't seen it. I think I saw one in an auction, if memory serves me. But in the wild, as they say, no, I haven't seen one either.
Wow, very cool, very cool. You know, I always ask whenever somebody has a favorite car. You know, have you guys seen before? On previous episodes, I would ask, what's the favorite thing somebody likes in a car and why is it their favorite? So what do you think, why is this one of your favorite cars? Can you tell me, what do you feel like when you drive this?
To me, as an enthusiast and over the years, I think a car is an event. When I go out in a car, it's an event for me. I like to wake up early on the weekends, let's say 5:30 in the morning. I have my coffee. I'll go out to the car, and for me, it's like a ritual. It really is. As corny as it may sound, but I love opening the door.
No, I like that. I like that. That's awesome.
It's just the truth. I mean, it's the smell of the car, and every vintage car smells differently. You sit in the car. Sometimes it's easier than others getting in or out of, especially when you're 50.
Yeah.
But you sit in it and you fire it up, and just putting the key in the ring, making sure that the manual gate, because all the cars are manual, is in the neutral position, and just firing it up. That just starts everything for me. It's sensory overload from that point on.
Yeah, it is like, you know, that's true. It is like a ritual when you think about it. Like, it's like, I mean, whenever I start a new car, I feel the same exact way, like when in the morning, like when you're like, it is like an event. Even just to go to coffee, I mean, and you have car shows too, but like, even just going to coffee, you feel like, whoa, this is like, you know, it's something special about it. It's like a soul. You're waking up the soul of the car.
You said that, and it's interesting. If you're an enthusiast, you get it. And those that aren't, they just, well, it's a car. It's noise, and it's. But if you're into the history, the different legacies, you know, from Ferrari, Lamborghini, Corvette, you know, I have a JDM NSXR outside. And every car has its story, and to me, that's part of it. But getting in on a Saturday morning, it's tough to top for me. Waking up 5:30, 6 in the morning, getting in the car of choice. If we're talking the Murci, just hearing that big V12 fire up, just the party starts from there.
Magical, almost. Right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
And you know, that's really why I think these are going up in value like they are. Like the Murcis, like, I mean, it is the last manual, like, you know, V12 Lamborghini, right?
To my understanding, yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess technically the SV would be the last.
I believe so.
And there's only like 12 of those, right?
Correct.
Something.
Yeah. Very low number.
I've seen one.
Really?
I've seen a white one. Yeah. I saw a white one. Where was it? Where did I see it? I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw a white one. I think it was Milan. That's where I saw it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a few years ago. Yeah, I believe that's where it was. I've seen so many cars, it's hard to tell where things are sometimes. But yeah, no, they're rare. Yeah.
They're rare. They're exciting, and then I think really from this level up, let's say if you were going to try to get an incrementally a different experience, let's say within the V12 world, I think just off the top of my head, you probably have to jump to an F50.
Yeah.
And, you know, is it going to give me that much more enjoyment? I don't know. I think it's an incredible car. They both are, but I love this my playground, let's just call it. I love this area. I love this genre.
Very iconic.
It is to me, yes.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah. Some people, I mean, if I saw a Murci, I mean, anytime I see a Murcielago on the road, which is not many times, you know, I'm like, whoa. I mean, even Countach, Diablo, like the Lamborghinis have just a different presence, you know, to me. I mean, there's Ferraris, there's Porsches, and there's like, but like you see a Lamborghini, there's a different thing when you see a Lamborghini. I mean, holy cow, right?
Every enthusiast is different, and you know, as Magnus says, his drug of choice is Porsche. For me, it's Lamborghini. I really enjoy Lamborghini, the genre. You know, actually even going back from the Mira on, I love the brand. I love the cars, and yeah, they're cars that they make a statement because they are very outlandish. I love the history of them. And really, I enjoy driving the cars early in the morning and privately. I really enjoy it. My wife's the same way. My wife and my kids are involved with the hobby. We drive it pretty much early in the morning to really try to enjoy it for what it's meant to do. You know? There's no traffic and that sort of thing. We really enjoy that.
So I was thinking, like, what kind of got you into this? Like, what kind of got you into cars like this?
My father was a car guy, and at a very early age, I fell in love with, and this may predate you, but Herbie. Herbie was the...
53.
That's right, 53,
Yeah,
correct. You're familiar with it.
Yeah.
I saw Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, I think it was, as a kid, and I had to have Herbie. I wanted Herbie. I used to tell my parents, Herbie, Herbie, Herbie. We went to Disney World. I see Herbie in a parade. I run after Herbie because I saw a chipmunk driving Herbie. I said, well, if the chipmunk's in Herbie, surely I can talk the chipmunk into giving me Herbie. It didn't go as planned. My dad pulled me out of the parade. What are you doing, kid? And that sort of thing. And went from there. But I've always loved cars from a very early age. And yes, it started with the Love Bug, Herbie.
That's awesome, you know. I mean, it's funny because for me, my first, like, I guess not the same, but my first car that really made me fall in love, because I used to, like, you know, I was kind of the same thing where I actually grew up around cars. My dad was always into cars, but I never was interested in it until I rode in a 997 turbo, 08 turbo, and it was GT Silver.
Wow.
That was, you know, that car got me into cars. But yeah, this has been a great episode of Talk and Drive. I really appreciate you letting us here and you know, talk about the cars. It was really fun.
And I'm glad to have had you here, and it's I love sharing them with you, and you're an amazing enthusiast as well. And you know, whenever you're ready for another episode, just let us know.
Yeah, let's see. You know, you always have good, different stuff coming through, right?
You got it. Yes.
Let's definitely stop by another time.
You got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's been a great episode of Talk and Drive. I appreciate you guys watching the show. You know, all the years we've been around. It's been 4 years now. Isn't that crazy? And, you know, I think we've had so many amazing stories like yours. There's been other ones, and just everyone has just something unique to say. But yeah, guys, well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, you know, all that stuff. Follow us on Instagram. Actually, we have an Instagram now. It's Talk and Drive. That's all it is. So give us a follow, you know, keep in the loop. We have some great stuff coming. And thank you again, Anthony.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Pleasure.